Hey, my name is Eric. You probably know me as Tubby. You probably know me as that wrestling guy. But did you know I've been trying to do YouTube for 10 years? Now, I've been successfully running a channel full time on YouTube since 2010, 2011. Full time. Pays my bills. But no matter how big my channel got, no matter how much money I was making, it never satisfied that desire to film quality content. I don't believe the content that I've done in the last 5 years has been quality or near my standards. But the content that I put up satisfies my radio side, what I want to do. The podcasts, the discussions, that's part of me. The other part of me for 10 years has wanted to be a filmmaker and documentarian. My first channel was created in 2005, 2006. It was called Yeah Mike, and I was going to make 2 documentaries. One of them was going to expose Walmart, or why Walmart's actually good. And the other one, I won't get into that one. Well, for 10 years, I made excuses. When I started doing WWE stuff, I'm going to do this. I'm going to build up a viable career. And I'm not going to pivot or go away from wrestling, but I'm going to use that income to produce the things I'm really interested in. Now, unfortunately, in 2012, 2013, Machinima decided to cut everybody's contracts with mobile, and it sent my money spiraling. Now, that's not a sob story. That's the truth. We were all riding high. We got told that contract was being cut, and down I went. So it was in a spiral of what kind of content I wanted to make. What did I want to do? It took that long for me to finally realize I just wasn't happy. Yeah, 2K14 had custom stories, and I loved it, and I loved playing it, but then 2K15 came out, and my channel never felt the same. 2K16 came out, another, I enjoy playing the game. It's one of those games, I enjoy just playing it to have epic matches, but it's not inspiring me. So it's taken 10 years. It's not a good documentary. It's not a bad documentary. It's my documentary. If you don't know this person, you probably won't care. It's not going to change your life, but it's a step in that direction. A step in the direction for years I've held myself to saying I couldn't do it because I needed this, because I needed that. When the truth is, I didn't need anything other than just to step the fuck up and do it. So this is Behind the Streams with LIVESTREAM, aka SGU, one of my best buddies on YouTube. Enjoy.
Just about ready to go live again. Just waiting for that awesome blue bar of progress on our Elgato to tell us we're live. I'm talking anyway because once this goes up on a video, you'll hear this part. Otherwise, it'll just be dead air, so I have a running conversation with myself. Waiting for this thing to start. Oh, looks like we're live. Well, I was a little worried. We were showing a thing that said we were not at 60 frames per second there, which usually means this thing starts lagging, but I think... is there any wood to knock on in here? Oh. Frame on my window. Knock on wood that it's going to continue to be good here from here on out. So, here. My name is Matt, aka Not As Fan, aka Sports Gaming Universe. That's my channel, Sports Gaming Universe. Not As Fan's a little nickname that I had from my previous channel that it still exists on YouTube, but I don't really post through that much. So, yeah, I do sports gaming on YouTube. I do edited videos. I do live streaming. I think when I'm live streaming, bottom line is I want people to have fun. I want people to know that it's a very chill atmosphere, that we're going to be very conversational. So what's up with the Jonathan LIVESTREAM thing, though? Vetoing his trade to a contender. I'm kind of surprised at that one, especially since the Indians got Andrew Miller as well. A little weird that he wouldn't want to be on the move, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe he likes Milwaukee that much. Maybe he just doesn't want to uproot his family. I don't really know his family situation. That I'm going to answer people's questions if they don't spam the chat and if they're respectful to everyone else, and just to have fun and interact. And I love to see people interacting with each other respectfully on the chat as well. You get really good baseball conversations, and people will kind of give their opinions on who they think the best in baseball is, or football, or whatever we're covering, and you get fun debate. And as long as it stays within reason and there's no name calling and all of that, then it's a lot of fun. And I enjoy jumping in that with people as well. So just that it's going to be a fun, laid back atmosphere. 3-2 count, nobody out. Oh, that'll get him home, right? Should. Tagging up. Here comes the throw. Come on, beat the throw, Joe. Oh, that's not even close. I mean, I've developed a little list over time of things. Like, I just hate people coming in and just spewing the hate right off the bat, like just trying to bait other people in the comments that, or bait me. But I think it's usually just, coming in and basically trying to cause issues. That's never fun. You hate to have to block people, but it's necessary sometimes for everybody else's enjoyment. And I think the other thing that just kind of, like, I don't know that it necessarily gets to me, but that's something that I filter out and just ignore. When people ask for shout-outs, like, I don't really prefer just people asking for shout-outs. I'd rather that they ask me a question that catches my eye and that I can answer and acknowledge them that way, that, really contributes to the live stream experience, because then I can start telling a story. And, I get a lot of thoughtful questions. I really appreciate all of them. And people ask me, like, will I do question and answer videos? Well, I feel like every one of my live streams is a big, long question and answer video, because I get kind of personal and talk about my favorite things, and it leads into fun stories that may be about the channel or just life in general. So I really appreciate that. And just people just looking for straight shout outs, I usually ignore unless they bring a fun question to the table. So.
And that will be a series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather the questions that I receive, answer as many of them as I can in an episode, and post that up on Machinima Sports. So hopefully I can include as many of you guys, your questions, and hopefully answer them as that I can get to. So.
That's one of the best parts. Like, recently I've had a couple people surface that I have not seen in years, but that are from back, like, what I call the good old days of when I do marathon streams, and these guys would all be around. And it's really fun to see those people come back and rediscover the channel, and, like, it feels like we really never, had parted. And it's fun because you can kind of make those people moderators, and to trust them, and they're always there, and kind of have the channel's best interest in mind. So it's kind of fun to acknowledge those people when they come back. Those are the people that'll get the shout outs without even asking, because they've been there through thick and thin. They know my story. They know my character stories, and they keep coming back. So it's really heartwarming to see those people still, after all these years, really just kind of come back and interact. So. I mean, it's always really nice to somebody say great video and whatever, but it's more fun when people go in depth. I think it showed recently when I did a little bit of a giveaway. The people that do Super Mega Baseball were really nice to provide a couple hats that I could give away, and I asked people who I should put on that Super Mega Baseball team built out of all my characters in the channel, and some of the answers for the people in that giveaway were really telling at how they pay attention, because I would see details about characters and why they thought I should include them that I had even forgotten. Like, things would be like, oh yeah, that character did that, and that was a big storyline. And I think it's really cool that people follow that, like, even closer than maybe I remember. And so that's really, like, flattering when I see that people have that level of involvement in the channel, that they could bring up when they saw this stream or this video, and what they thought that was cool. And it might have been 2-3 years back, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was really great, and thanks for bringing that up. So it's really fun when somebody can kind of spark those memories for me, and show that they're long-term interacting with the channel like that. Yes, Chris finally got his NHL beta installed. Sweet. It's funny, you give me a code, I get it downloaded like long before you do. That's crazy. All right, Gapper, opposite way. That should score a run. If he's, well, I don't know, maybe not. Is he going to stay there? He's going. He's going. I'll take third on that. He's safe. That's probably a double and a... I don't think they're going to give him a triple on that, but we'll see. There's very minimal change from what I do for, like, my edited videos to go to my live stream when I have it set up the way I do, and I tend to try to leave it that way because I stream on a different computer than I do my edits and my recording. I record usually to my MacBook, but I stream off my PC. So I try to keep them separate and set up to the most part what I can do. And so it's really not that long of a setup. I think most of the setup is just kind of going in and putting in all the info for the event on YouTube, getting all that set up with thumbnails and links to previous videos and all that stuff you want to get set up. And then the actual setup of the stream is not that long. Just kind of move a couple cables over to from one computer to another. Get that Elgato. I use the Elgato HD60. So that's pretty versatile. The software is good in there. You either use that or XSplit to live stream and just kind of hit play and go. Ideally, yeah, you get them all fed and get things taken care of. I've kind of made it a point lately, with my son especially, be like, okay, I am going to live stream now. And, do you need anything before I do it? And so, he's actually a lot better than he used to be when he was younger. He'll come in and say hi and kind of want to know what's going up. But he doesn't really, I'd say, sabotage the streams like he did when he was younger. I mean, there'd be, it's an emergency, help me now kind of situations. And whereas now I can pretty much ward him off. But, yeah, I usually stream. I think when I stream, I'd say my average time is about an hour and a half. And, my daughter is a little older now and can kind of control the situation and help my son out when needed, so that there's not any huge emergency while I'm live streaming. Not that she keeps him out of the room at all costs, but I think my fans that have watched long enough kind of know the kids, and Coleman pops in and they're like, hey, what's going on? So it's kind of a family thing. I think it's accepted on my channel that for the people who know what's going on, they know the kids are around, and it's really no big deal. Rockin' Ventura early here. Oh, 13-game hitting streak. Joe's on a roll. Basically, live streaming for me is kind of it's a little bit unfortunate in a way, because I would love to have a set schedule for live streaming. People ask me all the time, oh, well, why can't you tell us ahead of time and just say, stream every Thursday at this time? And as much as I'd love to, and as much as I've tried to do that in the past, there's just too much stuff that comes up day to day, with your kids. And the best plans, even when you have something set aside, is going to be maybe when they need your attention the most. So I keep them very informal. I usually don't announce my live streams a lot of time ahead, because I basically just have to find a window that I've got to do it and just go ahead and do it before things kind of go crazy. So it's very much when the time arises, and I just go ahead and do it spur of the moment. But I would love to have it much more set schedule. My buddy Mr. Hurricane, also another YouTuber doing sports, is really good at letting people know when he's going to stream, and he gets big crowds when he'll do his off-season videos and stuff like that. And I'd love to have more of that kind of model where I can plan ahead and be very consistent at doing that, but it just doesn't really work out with my setup with my kids. It's definitely the interaction by far, because I say this a lot too in comments, and I think people who aren't used to my live streams come over and they make comments like, oh, you seem so down, you seem so you don't have energy, you're tired, whatever. And that's the case sometimes, but I think what they're expecting is they see my edited videos. It's wall-to-wall commentary about what's going on in the gameplay, because that's my style. I kind of do commentator play-by-play stuff, and I act as if it were real. I kind of dive into that character or franchise and whatever. But the live streams are completely different, because they're conversational. They're meant to really be my time to chill and play. And the gameplay is completely secondary to what's going on as far as us having a conversation in the chat. What do I think about Matt Kemp trade? I don't know. Isn't Matt Kemp kind of irrelevant these days? It doesn't really seem like he's definitely a journeyman at this point, bouncing from team to team. So I don't know. I guess I'm not too crazy about the Matt Kemp trade either way. And just kind of having a casual time playing and interacting. So it's completely different than my edited videos. Whoa. Okay, I did not say... Okay, I'm reading comments. They throw over to first base, and the guy's just waiting to tag me. Okay.
All right, my Twitter is @NotisFan. You can find me on Facebook. It's Sports Gaming Universe. We've got a page. And... what else have we got?
Don't forget that shirt store, man, and that SGU. You can get that SGU merch.
Yeah. You can visit the SGU Spreadshirt shop as well. Get yourself a t-shirt. I'm not wearing one right now, but hey.